It's weird to think that a lot of these liminal spaces were at some point normal or everyday photos, which were taken with an old point-and-shoot digital camera, or even other technology like the original iPhone, which was from the early 2000s. Originally, these photos would give off a sense of being innocent and ordinary, but now they give us a sense of eeriness and nostalgia. In today's video, I want to talk about unsuspecting images that accidentally sparked a new form of horror, art, as well as the attraction of a massive online following. I'm not going to go over liminality or give a deep explanation about what liminal means, as I'm sure you guys already know, but a brief description from Wikipedia is: liminal spaces are empty or abandoned places that appear eerie, forlorn, and often surreal. So the image we're looking at right now is one of the most famous photos of a liminal space, and if you guessed that it was an apartment or a hotel of some sort, you would be correct. Online, this liminal space is known as the Liminal Hotel. On the liminal space subreddit, there appears to be numerous posts about this hotel, but the oldest one that I've been able to find is from 6 years ago, and it's a photo overlooking the courtyard. In addition, I also went on TinyEye, which is a reverse image search website, and the oldest recorded index seems to be from October 20th of 2019. But unfortunately, the original website it was uploaded to is no longer up and running, so make of that what you will. Moving on, the Liminal Hotel is famous for evoking a feeling of eeriness as it looks over the indoor courtyard, while also making you feel as if someone's watching you through one of the many windows. The indoor courtyard, alongside the dim lighting, often gets compared to level 188 of the back rooms, but even other angles of this location still feel pretty liminal. So where is this photo actually taken? The photo is taken in the Holiday Inn at Terminal 4 of Heathrow Airport in London, England. You may not believe it, but yes, this is a hotel in an airport. Online, people have showcased many different angles, which look pretty liminal and feel quite strange whilst looking at them. Now, we're gonna look at another liminal space classic. This photo of an empty house has been floating around the internet for about a decade. It reminds me going over to a friend's house to play on their Wii in the basement. This one was pretty easy to find since other people online have found it before me. I once again just reverse image searched the photo, which took me to its original upload on Flickr. It was uploaded on April 10, 2007 by a user named Bagat76. After digging further and looking at Bagat's account, I found out that it's actually a part of a larger album on Flickr called Our House. The other photos in this album showed the other rooms in this house. Seeing all the other photos of this house is a bit surreal. For example, this photo shows a different perspective of the laundry room on the right. Also, the creepy room on the left is really just leading to a bathroom. Another photo of the staircase is pretty eerie due to the window and structure of the house evoking a weird feeling. After going through the album, it made sense that it was most likely used for listing photos that help this person put their house up on the market and sell, which kinda makes you think about it. Does this person even know that this picture of their basement from 2007 has become one of the most famous liminal spaces? Most likely not. This dreamlike picture of a very real Krusty Krab has been floating around the internet way longer than the liminal space trend itself. From the very blurred and I guess outdated resolution of the image to the empty and surreal nature of a real Krusty Krab, this is some sort of nightmare fuel for kids who grew up watching SpongeBob. Anyways, I've reverse image searched this image and it took me to a cooking website that talks about a real life version of the SpongeBob Krusty Krab set to open. This Krusty Krab restaurant is located in Ramallah, Palestine, and it would open sometime in 2014. And it's also a hot spot for many more liminal looking pictures. To be honest, looking at this place looks pretty cool, as anyone who's a SpongeBob fan would be more than happy to be here. But in all honesty, it gets me wondering whether they had any of the crazy food ideas from the Krusty Krab, or even if they allowed food from the chum bucket. Unfortunately, all great things must come to an end, and this Krusty Krab location was shut down in 2019 for reasons which are unknown. There's some speculation that Nickelodeon sent a cease and desist letter, and that makes sense since if a Krusty Krab opened in Ramallah, Palestine, it most likely wouldn't be the first location which came to mind. A user on Reddit would later go on to say that this Krusty Krab would turn into a coffee shop, so rest in peace, I guess. Now, I want to talk about some less popular liminal spaces that still have interesting stories, like this photo of a school courtyard which was posted to Reddit with the caption, "This area in my school courtyard always gives me such a weird feeling when I walk alone in it." The post would gain 29,000 uploads on r/liminal space, and a lot of people didn't believe it was real. And at first glance, I thought it was from Gary's mod, since the sky looks like a generic skybox straight out of Gary mod. But it was actually taken in Kisiki Area High School in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. This next liminal space is the White Flint Mall, which is located in North Bethesda, Maryland, and it was shut down in 2015. Shortly after, the mall would be demolished, but online it's become quite popular due to a liminal photo of the food court appearing online in the liminal space subreddit. Looking at this photo, we can see neon lights on the ceiling, and we can trace it back to its outdated 70s mall aesthetic. This place is a relic from the past, yet it seems very lonely and just as inviting. In conclusion, all these photos have a lot in common. They give off a feeling of nostalgia. The way buildings look in the early 2000s was completely different than now, as nowadays we see lots of minimalistic designs. Many stores and restaurants now have sadly abandoned this old and aesthetically pleasing personality, while now they tend to embrace a more simplistic personality, which kills off any character that these establishments once had. As this trend continues, it's pretty upsetting to see fan favorite logos that were considered quirky as well as a staple of our childhood transform into flat and boring corporate logos. The most recent example being Cracker Barrel, which caused public outbursts because of how badly they ruined it. And to be honest, I don't blame them, as their new logo is so boring and lifeless. Our generation's love for liminal spaces can most likely be traced back to our early childhood, but it can also be linked to our love for nostalgia in general, which we can see in fashion, music, and even art. Other outdated technology like a digital camera, which was pretty cheap back in the day and it's now extremely expensive and can be seen on websites like eBay. Like, they've increased in price massively, which is kind of absurd. But now in the present, a lot of people are opting for digital cameras due to providing them a view of the past. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next one.